In this video, I'm going to talk about shadow people and how there's certain species of them. Alright, so in my last video I was talking about EMFs and the paranormal. And I was talking about how shadow people probably have their own ecosystem. They might not be people, they might be creatures. Pretty much like I said, different dimension, and they're alien type creatures. Since then I was watching some videos and I started seeing correlations. Since I made that video, I've been watching some YouTube videos and looking for correlations between shadow people, like certain features or a certain look that they might all share that would help support the hypothesis that there are certain species of them, and that there's more to shadow people than them being ghosts. They may actually be alien creatures or creatures from a different reality. All right, this first video is something I saw on Nuke's Top 5. It's a pretty cool YouTube channel. Here they are. You can check him out. He analyzes and shares a lot of different spooky videos. I'm sure a lot of them are real and maybe an equal amount are hoaxes, but check him out. He's actually pretty good. This video stood out to me because the creature in the video was very similar to other videos I saw, and I thought there might be a correlation. Check it out.
The party's over. Facebook user Mario Lara was very excited when he opened his very own party and event store in Guadalajara, Mexico. However, soon after moving in, strange events started to take place inside the store. Mario claims that one of the piñata dolls that they sell at the store frequently falls over and even seems to move on its own. After continuous unexplained activity, Mario decides to lock the piñata in the store's restroom and broadcast it live on Facebook.
Esa piñata que tenemos ahí es la que sospechosa. La verdad es que no sabemos si de verdad esté diabólica o qué onda. Pero esa piñata siempre amanece tirada. Es lo que es raro. Pero lo raro es de que otra vez hoy amaneció tirada. Porque esta piñata yo la dejé parada. La dejé. Te voy a levantar. La dejé así. Yo la dejé así. Y la dejé encerrada. Pues yo la dejo así. La dejo así y o sea, siempre que la hemos dejado acá, sale y vuelve a aparecer siempre tirada.
After leaving the piñata in the restroom for a while, he returns to check up on it.
Mira, vamos a ver las hijo de su puta madre.
So this type of behavior wouldn't necessarily make me think, oh, interdimensional creature, like maybe it's a ghost or something like that. But keep watching and you'll see why I think that it has something to do with actual alien type creatures.
Es lo que les digo. Ay, mi corazón. De la piel, chinita.
I can see that'd be pretty spooky.
Just as he claims on his Facebook, the piñata falls to the restroom floor. Now, of course, this could simply be gravity at work and is certainly not evidence of anything supernatural. But then things start to get truly bizarre. Late one night, Mario receives an alert from one of the store's security cameras that movement has been detected inside the store. Fearing an intruder, he immediately checks the CCTV footage. He is shocked by what he finds.
Okay, now this is weird. Why would they start spinning for no reason? And that's actually pretty damn fast. And if it was wound up before, it would have been spinning. It wouldn't start randomly spinning in the middle of the night.
One of the piñatas that's hanging from the ceiling suddenly starts to move and then just violently spins out of control, before finally slowing to a halt. Cut to an...
Also, one of the things that I find interesting is the sloppy movements of the things they move. Like, it just starts spinning. That's kind of weird. Like, it wasn't being bashed left to right. Like, if I tried to spin it, it would, it would start swinging a little bit because I'm pushing on one side of it. It was spinning perfectly on its axis, like it had a motor spinning it, which could be a hoax. There could have been a motor up in the ceiling spinning the wire, and we just couldn't see it. And that would actually make sense. But let's continue.
Another day at the store, and security footage shows one of Mario's workers busy stocking the shelves when something very odd happens. A pack of plastic trays is launched off a shelf towards the worker, sending her screaming and running in fear. Another night, and Mario receives a late alert from his security cameras that, once again, there is movement in his store.
And that stuff flying onto shelves could easily be fishing wire or something. I mean, I'm not saying it is, it's just possible.
When he checks the CCTV footage, he finds something truly terrifying.
All right. This right here is what I found interesting. If you guys remember, actually, let me make sure this is the extent it comes out. It almost looks like there's hands over its face. Let me screenshot this real quick.
Mario says on Facebook.
And also the flickering of the camera is indicative of similar to flickering lights. Maybe the camera was glitching out because of electromagnetic frequency interference or electron interference of some sort. I'm not saying it was for sure electromagnetic frequency interference, but it's definitely some kind of electrical interference.
That after watching the footage, he, quote, wishes he had it. The horrifying skull-like face of something.
Alright, I'm going to screenshot this. Wait till that stupid shit goes away. Come on, go away. Alright, this is good enough.
Seems to rise up from under the pile of piñatas stored in the middle of the store. Mario is shocked to his core. Cut to 2 days later, and in the middle of the night, Mario gets yet another security alert. Again, something is in his store. Something moving. But this time, the CCTV camera footage doesn't reveal anything.
So, I'm going to go back a little bit. So these little piñatas have shadows in between them. So if there's a shadowy gap between the piñatas, and if shadows are how they travel, like a portal, then it would make sense if in some futuristic sci-fi kind of way that if there's a shadow there and they use shadows as portals, that it could theoretically be able to poke its head out of any shadow. Kind of like DC Mirror Master or the Mirror Guy. You know, he has the power to go into mirrors and he can come out of any mirror. It'd be the power to go into any shadow and come out of any shadow.
Moving. But this time the CCTV camera footage doesn't reveal anything. So, Mario decides to go to his store to check it out in person. He broadcasts the entire thing live on Facebook as he investigates.
And then the rest of this is poltergeist-like activity, like things being knocked down and whatnot. The main point I wanted to get from this video was the interesting creature's face, because it matched other things I've seen. Well, kind of matched. This next video is from the Travel Channel. They have 407,000 subscribers, and I'm sure they get a lot of good material. I'm actually on the Travel Channel, Alaska Triangle. Check it out. Anyway, come check them out if you want to see this video. It's Man Captures Unexpected Creepy Face in Door Frame, a Travel Channel video. This video has a very similar creature also sticking its head out of a potential shadow. Check it out.
Lights were flickering inside the refrigerator, and I thought that was strange. I had never seen it before. But what really creeped me out was the light in the bathroom started flickering, and I heard water running. So I kind of snuck around the corner, and the water was on. As I started to walk away from the bathroom after cutting the water off, I kind of heard something behind me, and that was actually this door here that closed. That's when I really truly got freaked out.
Cody walks outside and calls his girlfriend to tell her what's been going on. She tells him to stay out of the house.
I said, well, look, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to keep filming because I don't know what to expect.
And when he does, he finds the kitchen in total disarray.
All the chairs were on the floor, knocked over. All the cabinets were open. Nope. I said, nope. I'm going back outside. I don't know what this is. I got scared.
After
It's almost like an animal tearing up your house. Like you let in a wild raccoon or something and starts trashing it, but a little more humanish because it's opening drawers and stuff.
2 hours, Cody finally musters up the courage to go back inside the house.
I went through every single room looking for somebody, thinking maybe somebody had gotten in and they were just trying to scare me. I checked every room, under every bed.
He doesn't find anyone.
The 4th or 5th time I had watched the video, I noticed something in the corner of the room, which is actually my daughter's room. So I screenshotted it and I just zoomed in on it. My heart just dropped.
All right. So similarities between this and the last creature. So large eyes. You can see more detail in the eyes in the other video, but large eyes and then kind of weird, dark, like thick, close to the scalp hair, and then pale skin. The pale skin is a little interesting to me because if these are creatures that travel through darkness, just like a cave creature, like those salamanders that live in caves, they're all white because they don't have exposure to sunlight. Both of these creatures are very white. And I also think that's a little interesting because the undead and spirits and ghosts are always described as very pale, which is another clue. Like, why would they look like that if they're spirits? A spirit doesn't have to look like it's drained of blood, does it? They could look like their normal selves. I don't see why they'd have to have pale skin, like as if they're low on blood or as if they're dead, like a real dead person. Like if you could choose any form and you're a spirit because you're like invincible and immortal, why would you choose to pick a certain state of decay rather than a vibrant, normal version of yourself? Kind of doesn't really make any sense to me. So I found these 2 videos, and after watching the Travel Channel one and seeing the one in that guy's store, I started trying to pay attention to say, hey, like, this is kind of a trend, large eyes, pale skin, and that weird black hair. So I found another video, and this video is also from Nuke's Top 5. If you couldn't tell, I was binge watching his channel. And these people were ghost hunting this house. I don't think it really matters, the details about the house. But as they're ghost
Something in the upstairs window.
Hey. Look in the window. Look in the window. There's a head. There's somebody looking at us. Look in that window. Look in that window. Dude, are you kidding me? Somebody's here. What do we do?
I don't think anybody lives there, bro. But
What do we do?
There's nothing there.
What do we do?
There's nothing there, bro.
Someone or something seems to be.
All right, so screenshot this one. All right, so this is the third creature. similar in some ways. This one looks a little bit more like a gray alien, which could very well be what it is. But I thought the large eyes and the ashy pale skin were quite similar. I don't see any hair on this one's head, but who said they all have to have hair? Like, just because a human doesn't have hair doesn't mean he's not human. If these are a people or a humanoid from somewhere else, it stands to reason that not all of them are going to have the same hairstyle. Or it's just a gray alien, and I'm completely wrong. But the large eyes and the pale skin are a similar factor. And this isn't ghost hunting. Again, I think a lot of these poltergeist-like activities are not actually ghosts, but some type of creature that inhabits a house, not because of someone died there, but because there's no power and no lights, so it's constantly dark. And that perpetual darkness opens a safe haven for them to be able to travel in and out to this world and their place without electromagnetic interference stopping them. So they start chilling in these safe zones in the world where they can come in and out easier and interact easier when there's no light. So this is from Nuke's Top 5 also. I'm not trying to steal credit from him, but I am not going to try to get copyrighted for every little thing I show because I can never do anything. That's actually one of the reasons I stopped doing YouTube for a while. I was trying to do proper copyright stuff for my videos where I get like permission to share a story from, and like people wouldn't reply to me. I'd email books, authors, and try to contact YouTubers and stuff, and I never heard back from anyone. And then I found out about fair use and reaction videos where I could just like be on it and talk about what they're showing, and it's fair game. So I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. This guy is very similar to Nuke's Top 5. This YouTube channel is called Depths of Despair, and he does the same thing as Nuke. He shares videos that he finds, and he talks about them. So basically what I'm doing right now. Let's check it out.
And creepy things begun to happen, and one day the woman on the second floor woke up to her dog behaving in a rather peculiar manner that freaked her out, and after recording, this is what she captured.
It's alright, what is it, honey? It's okay.
We can see the dog continuously barking at the doorway, and when we see the footage reviewed under different lighting, we can see something pop out from the darkness and then disappear once again.
Looking at stuff popping out right along here. I hope, oh my god, I hope you can see this.
God damn it.
It's at that exact moment when it appears that the dog's barking intensifies, and you can even hear the fear in it. Just what exactly is captured here? And is this the ghost of the elderly woman? What do you think?
Looking at stuff popping out right along here. I hope, oh my god.
This is some shitty quality video. Alright, this is about as good as it's gonna get. Alright, as you can see this video, the creature is similar in a way. Kind of looks like a gray alien, kind of doesn't. So it has, and also the gray aliens, gray skin. What are the odds? Anyway, this thing is kind of tall-ish. Large black orbs for eyes and ashy grayish looking skin. So either this is a gray or the same type of creature that we saw in the last videos. Just different variations of the same species. Because just like you have people, even though we're the same species, people widely look different from person to person, but there's similar traits like 2 eyes, nose, mouth, bipedal, stuff like that. All right, this is another video from Nuke's Top 5, and this is the same clip as the first one with the store, but it's a different capture of the same creature.
Did you see it? Luan claims that his phone battery died right at the moment he captured something terrifying on camera. A face with glowing eyes is staring right at them from the end.
It looks almost like the same thing. Of course, this is a crappy angle where you can only see a quarter of its face, but it looks very similar. It has a large orb. It's reflecting light, which it wasn't in the other videos. You could just see the dark orbs, but that could be shadows or darkness. But you can see the hair and the ashy skin with the large eyes. Again, kind of similar to a gray minus the hair. All right, this is another video from Nuke's Top 5. Again, a very similar creature. Check it out.
Eyes in the dark. Ghost hunter Sandro Silva from the YouTube channel Casa Soba Natural and his team members are invited to investigate an allegedly haunted farmhouse in the countryside of Brazil. The family that lives in the home claims that an old man haunts their farm and has made it nearly impossible for them to stay there. They hear loud, unexplained sounds in the middle of the night and see shadows throughout their home. But creepiest of all, they often see the old man who haunts their home just sitting quietly in a chair in their house. As Sandro and his team begin their investigation, they hear an odd sound.
Volta pra cá então. Vamos tentar aqui pra frente.
Nossa, cara. Nossa, mano. Naquele bagulho, esse instrumento aqui, mano. Tirando esse bagulho, bateu aqui.
O quê? Bateu um tambor.
Tambor, mano.
É verdade? Quer tentar ficar mais um pouco com isso, né? Eu acho que a gente podia dar uma sequência pra frente.
Pode ser, cara.
Para ele fazer as manifestações mesmo, tá? Vou tentar ver todos os pontos. Ó, de novo. Ah, não pode. Isso tudo é novo.
Something seems to hit a drum in one of the rooms not once, but twice. Almost like something is trying to get their attention. And then things get truly bizarre.
Nossa, cara.
Você viu?
God damn it.
Nossa. Ai, cara do céu. Meu Deus, Sandro.
Meu Deus do céu, cara. Escutou o barulho aqui?
Nossa, eu vi tipo arredondo, nossa, mano.
Mas você escutou a porta ali?
A porta mexeu.
Did you see it? The team here
God fucking damn it.
hears the creaking of a door that seems to be moving on its own. But what they don't realize is that someone or something is...
All right. So this one's not as clear. You can't really see the skin color or anything like that. But there's a little shelf there, right there. And there's a dark corner. And out of the shadow pokes something's head. And this something has large reflective eyes, which is extremely similar to the other videos. Now, this very well could be something completely different, just happens to also have large eyes. That is another creature with similar characteristics. It's not a smoking gun by any means, but it is similar, which I find interesting. All right, another video, again, from Nuke's Top 5.
Overnight security guard. He claims that late one night at work, he caught this chilling video.
No mames, güey, necesito que alguien venga, güey. Se escuchan cosas, güey, y... No mames, se escucha la puta regadera, güey, del puto baño, güey. No mames.
Again, he heard a shower.
Necesito que alguien venga, güey, me estoy cagando de miedo, güey, al chile, güey. Oigan, güey. No mames, güey, no prende la puta luz, güey. No mames, Cuchi, güey.
Ah, fuck, I missed the part.
No seas ojete, güey. No mames. No mames, güey. Hay alguien, güey. A la verga.
I'll wait till he zooms in.
No mames. Su puta madre, güey. No mames. No mames.
Has large eyes. It has black hair. You can see the hair. And it's very pale and ashy looking. And it's kind of tall. Either it's tall or sticking its head out from a high place of a shadow. Can't really tell. Another interesting characteristic about all these videos is that the way they watch people is very skittish. Like, you can only see part of their face. They look up and then they hide. Even when it's just a CCTV camera or something, they seem to want to avoid it. And I don't know if that's because they're psychic and they know they don't want to be seen, or it's because infrared light or light is hitting them. In this case, I believe it's hiding because it doesn't want the guy to, it's trying to spy on the guy and it doesn't think it could see him. It's just watching him. It's freaking weird. All right, so I covered these shadow people that seem like ghosts. They knock things over and trash things without you being able to see them do it. But then they seem to be physically actually there. And they have eye shine, so they have biology. Your eyes don't shine unless there's rods and cones or something reflecting in the eye. So they're probably physical. I can't definitively say that because we never captured one. But I do not believe they're ghosts. Fuck. I gotta find this one. Alright, this is going to be a little bit of a pause because I gotta find the right video. Alright, here's another video from Nuke's Top 5. And this one does not share the same characteristics, but it does seem like a species of creature because it has very unique characteristics. Now, it very well may be the same type of creature, but there isn't enough evidence from this video to determine that. Check it out.
TikTok user, your mom's undies. Let's just take a second for the giggles to pass. All right. Anyway, she claims that she is usually unaffected by anything scary that she watches on the internet or TV. But when her uncle sent her this video captured at his apartment in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, she was shocked.
All right. So I take it back. It does have similarities. You can see the reflection on the eyes right here. They're kind of big. You can't see the color of the skin. It's a pure black shadow. But that might be because it's in shadow mode. So for these shadow people, I think there's different states that they can be in. They could either fully be here, be mostly here when they look like shadows, or be partially here when they're like very faint shadows, but they can interact with things. It's how they hide and how they escape. It's like part of their natural defense mechanism or something. And this one is tall. The head's a similar shape. It's humanoid. It has large eyes, but you can see right here it has also long fingers that are sticking out. You can see the fingers just popped out. And this is unusual because with these shadow people, you don't really get much of an opportunity to see much of the anatomy of the body. It's just a brief, hazy view of something rushing by. We don't have the frame rates to capture it clearly because it's going way too fast. But this one accidentally leaves its fingers or its hand sticking out, and it has very long, creepy, weird looking fingers. You can see the fingers retract. Check it out. Long, spindly fingers. So this video is from a different YouTuber. His name is Dread Captures, and he basically shares a lot of weird videos that he found of like amazing stuff. Animal videos, paranormal videos, whatever. And he talks about them a little bit. But I thought this video was interesting because even though it clearly looks like it should be fake, and it might be fake, it just doesn't really make sense for it to be fake because it doesn't match any known creature or monster that you'd want to hoax. It's very unique and different. And I only found it interesting because previously I watched that video with the long weird fingers and the head sticking out. And then I saw this video. Oh, and if you want to check out his channel, here's his page, Dread Captures. He has some pretty cool videos. At least he shares some pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, here's the video.
Now, I have seen the following video pop up on social media.
And if you notice, his hands are has gray skin. The body, we can't really verify if it matches the other things, but it does have the right skin color. And these fingers are extremely long. Like, why would a hoaxer know, like, oh, let's make a fake creature that has really long fingers and gray skin? This might be an actual capture, but again, I could be wrong. If somebody out there could find proof that this video is a fake, let me know, and I will dismiss it from my memory. But check it out.
Media and some other sites that I follow, but I've never heard a good explanation of what it is. I haven't been able to find where this took place or many other details. What I personally see is some type of strange alien creature crawling awkwardly on a dirt road. To me, it seems to be in more of a feminine shape, covered in a grayish-brown skin, but that's not even the weird part. Its hands and fingers look to be abnormally large and pointy and just otherworldly. Its head has a strange shape, and at first glance looks like this prop from the movie Alien. Is that what this entire clip is? A prop? A hoax? Or something more sinister? If anyone knows, please comment down below with as much info as possible.
Alright, so that video, as I said, it could be a hoax, but it's kind of weird. Like the long fingers, let me go back. The long fingers kind of matches the weird, long, spindly, like alien-looking fingers that were sticking out from the wall, right? And then the skin color. Obviously, you can't see if it has large eyes. It does seem to be fake because this dude's like just filming it and he's right next to it. And like, how could he? Like, that doesn't really make sense. But who knows? Strange things happen in the world. These are just a few of the interesting videos I found that seem to give correlations in physical appearance to shadow type people. Obviously, the last one was not a shadow person. I believe all these creatures are actually physical creatures and not actual ghosts or something. They're just from another dimension or a parallel plane or some part of nature in the physical world that we're not aware of. And that's invisible to us 90% of the time because we just can't see it. If any of you have shadow people that are haunting you or bothering you in your house, I highly I request that you try some of my tricks that I presented in my other video. Try wrapping your electronics in tinfoil, turning off the circuit breaker, and having no lights and see what kind of action you can get. But if it's too scary for you and you don't really want to do it because it's too spooky, try doing it with like 3 or 4 different people and you guys can sit back to back and feel safe or whatever. And see what kind of evidence you get. See if it heightens or if you can capture it on camera. Because the shadow person that was captured in the hallway on that last video, on the second to last video I showed, it was a CCTV camera, the one with the long fingers sticking his head out. There was no person there recording. It was infrared light shining from a camera. And the creature was still peeking his head around the corner, kind of like hiding and looking, like checking it out. Meaning I feel like it could feel the infrared lights, the electromagnetic energy from it, and it didn't really like it, so it's kind of just trying to peek. And if you notice in these videos of shadow people, they're always peeking around a corner or rushing by real fast. And that could be because, oh, they don't want to be seen. Or it could be that there's this electro EMF lights hitting them and they don't like it, and they're trying to check out what it is, and they don't want to be fully exposed to it, so they're skittish of it or avoiding it. Anyway, that's my video. If you guys liked the video, be sure to share it in your paranormal groups or with your friends, whatever. Help try to spread this channel. If any of you guys can find any other correlating evidence of these things having certain species, go ahead and send me a link, share information with me below in the comments, or email me